So we're gonna figure out this landing phase. Okay. So starting with us, we have rockets for poke, and that's probably all we're gonna do. We want to not die this lane. Um, Game plan is Jinx is just to get farm, and if you get a kill, you get a kill. This is going to be a more aggressive lane. Oops, because of Braum. Let's go back. Let's go back. All right. Braum's going to get. He can engage with this Q. I can lay down traps. I got zappers to help him land stuff. Or if he lands something, I can use zappers to catch up and get it off. That's our best engage. The Caitlyn's going to poke, and Brain's going to poke. So if Braum's low, we don't get to engage, and we don't get to get kills. But if we don't get kills, this isn't the worst case scenario. We just kind of want to get farm. We're Jinx. We just want our items. That's all we want. All right. To help facilitate what I have, I did go. I'm not sure if it shows runes. Sad. Okay, I did get biscuits to help because I know there's gonna be a lot of poke. All right. All right. All right. So that's that. Now, with Renekton being up there, I think it's fine, but I still don't like Braum's pathing here. But there's nothing we can do about that. There's nothing we can do about that. It's just, I don't think we path with him. Okay. Rocket, we don't get the third one. Probably just unlucky. Auto. So, we're behind, right? Let's go back to the rocket. We're switched to minigun. Let's take a look at .87. Okay, she's got 2 lethal tempo stacks. That's why it's so high. Do I have any lethal? I don't have any lethal tempo stacks. 77. So she's got slightly more AD. And slightly more armor. But I got more HP, base HP. Okay. So, waddling here. We're just gonna sit here back and forth. Alright, we get that. That's fine. We switch to minigun. That's fine. We auto. We just kind of stop autoing. I need to hit this minion. Going over here is probably an overreach. The reason why is because I would be about here, and I'd be next to minions. Bran can land his spells, right? In this case, it's down, but it's probably unsafe because we also don't want to be taking poke from Caitlyn because they're a big poke lane. These are rockets. Switch your either's fine. Now, like I was saying before, oh my god, he stacks that fast. Is Bran's gonna hit the wave so that they can get level 2? Because this spell's gonna be up, maybe not in 10 seconds. Maybe that is slightly literal, but they're gonna get this wave. They're gonna get this shove. And they're gonna shove us down here, and then go under tower, and we're gonna try and farm, and they're just gonna take pot shots at us. And if we either have to back, at which point they shove wave, they get plates, they get good recalls, we get bad recalls, and they'll get an advantage, and they can just keep doing this, and they just gotta watch it for ganks. Alright. But if that doesn't happen, we have a more even playing field, so fighting for the wave here is good. And Braum and I want to be like parallel to each other, but we don't want to be like, we don't want to give them a 2-for-1 special. We don't want them to hit the wave and us. We want to make them choose. Now I do have magical boots, so I can't buy boots early to help dodge, so I can't do like a boots 4-pot start, but I would never do that. I'd probably do sword 3 pots if we can do anything like that, which is kind of tempting here, but I don't think that should be the main focus. The main focus should be what I'm doing with the wave, because I think that's the major mistake. I hit Brand, I at least get something, some poke. I don't give them free damage. Alright, they got level 2. It's really close. Like, I just have to hit that one minion. And now, here's the question. This wave is about here. So it's about here on this map. I think here I have to switch to rockets and poke one of the two. Whichever target is closest and safest. Just to help create this health lead. Although I do have to keep in mind with rockets, it is a bit of mana, 60 mana a rocket. So I'm already at a mana disadvantage, but I also don't want to be at a health disadvantage, so I have to kind of balance it. That's why that helps, right? I end up using a ward, trying to lock up here for a ward, and then never place one. And Graves. Actually, Graves is probably going to be pathing up this way. He doesn't have a great gank here. So yeah, I don't think I have to ward here. It's certainly an option though. Because they're probably going to be in parallel spots. He probably isn't full clearing Krugs because it's not a great camp. So yeah, I think autoing them here is safe. I'm too far back, so I can't follow up on here. But what I need to do is I need to hit the wave. I walk up to hit Caitlyn to help stock Braum passive. I never do. I don't have enough attack speed to get it going. Like, by the time that auto landed, the Braum passive is away. I just never get it away. And because of this, I'm not hitting the wave, which is our lose condition. And I'm standing in the wave, so when Braum lands his spells, I take a bunch of damage. Right? Which let me take the Q. Despite all of this, 3 and 3, cannon and cannon, melee, melee. Okay, that just died. So I have the same amount of minions, health-wise, kind of even-ish, and I'm hitting it. So I'm going for the poke there. I'm just trying to stay away from Brand. That's fine. So let's really think about this wave. So that's after that big trade. Wasn't really a trade, it was one-sided. Brand's all the way down over here. I don't think I have to have rockets. I think I should be hitting this melee creep. Because that lets these minions walk forward, which is favorable for us. So zappering there lets me get this minion easily and stay away from Brand, but I won't have it up for cannon. So by doing that, I have to say I need to take... I'm either tanking it to get cannon, or I'm conceding. Good said. Get those down. It's okay. I'm walking away. So the Braum health advantage. Right. He's got 2 stacks. He's got 2 stacks. That could be evening things out. So here we're in a losing position. We have relatively even waves. We're just so far back, letting the Brand zone us. I get stunned. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. This is exactly what we didn't want to have happen. Dodge the Q. I was looking to poke the Brand. I have to hit the wave. all that damage. Me standing so far back gets them the shove. This shove is causing me to lose. Absolutely correct to let Braum die here. So now I'm at 162 health. Okay, I can tank like one Caitlyn Q and then I have to leave. I can try and stand back because it should crash. Caitlyn trap is right there, by the way. So you can't see it over here. Just Caitlyn main things. You stick it here, here, and like here or something. It's probably even better here because it forces you to walk around, which gank or just facilitate your skill shots. No. To help us make this decision, okay, so he just died. Let's count the CS we get. 1. So we should have gotten 2. We should have gotten 2. That third one we probably could have gotten as well. Dodging skill shots. Missed. And it never fully crashed, right? So Braum died. It's basically walked in the back. So we've staggered our backs. We've staggered our power spikes. Or our items. We staggered our items. Even, this isn't going to be a lot, but it's at least resetting our resources. And it's going to be better than whatever the fuck they have. So I probably just have to back there. Like, I have to ask myself, is 61 gold and whatever XP I gained worth being this low? Because now it's going to start pushing back, and now I've backed a walk here. Okay. I decided to stay. This Braum's there. I get my cannon. I get that. I got 2 minions. But because I went for that, Braum's taking a lot of damage while I backed. He pulls. 1, 2. So that's a full wave. That's 7, 8. That's 8 minions. And they get to recall. So their back is just better. But we already made the mistakes we made, so I think we just have to bite it. Now we start autoing the wave. We have the push. So trying to use the minion advantage. Braum goes in because we got a big wave. We should be looking to trade. So let's look at this again. So get this. This is super far apart. So let's think for a moment. So we got 90 gold out of this. That's super weird. Anyways, I'm up here. If Braum lands anything, I can do stuff. We can postulate over here and hit them. Yeah, I think that might just be better. Because Brand isn't 6 yet. No one's 6. So I don't have to worry about clumping as much. And Braum can help block some of the skill shots. I think that's enough. So we dodge here. Now, we are offense, they should be defense. We should be now we should be looking to poke them. Now is the time because there's no wave to hit. We get from Q and that's it. And now we switch back to defense. Half health, half health, half health, 3/4. We lost the trade. Which is part of our earlier mistake because Brandon had a better back. If he's down one of those tomes, you know, damage is going to be a little bit different. W farm. Checks the bush. So this is going to slow push. And this is just kind of awkward for us because there could be ganks and whatnot. And we can't gank. So at this point, I think Welony out is a gank. Now I really can't trade because of the minions. They've got bush control. And I need to be playing diagonal. So I could... this way? Okay. So all those minions are clumped. Let's talk about this. Auto. So we got 3 autos by the time all that happened. Caitlyn would be dead, but that's also a lot of damage, and we're trying to stall for Rammus. He backs off. It was a good try. There's definitely a mistake in there somewhere. Let's he's going up to ward, so we move down. Enemy tethering. I think the mistake is Braum jumping in so early. I think that's the mistake, but the current mistake on screen. I have to respect the health advantage. I'm only down 6. I'm only down a wave. The amount of CS that I am down was because of that back. I'm also down a plate. But she has a back, so she's going to be much more powerful than me. She's creeping forward, so I can't hit the wave. It's a 2v1, so it's whatever. Auto. Let's see if there's... That all was super sad. The stun. Auto. Oh wow. That fight could have been played way better. Oh, he used everything on Braum, and I just stood there. Okay. Okay. Braum is a good support. Braum is a good support. I'm in a similar situation as before with the wave shoving. So, Was I hitting the wave or was I hitting champions? So like we were making trades when they have a better wave shove, right? This is just more of the same. And now I lose this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 minions. That R felt really good. Path away. $14 minions that put me at 69 before CS away. Yeah. So I know exactly what's happening. Is it safe to hit this tower? Well, these guys are dead. We know where Renekton is. We don't know where mid is. We don't know where this is, right? This isn't looking so good. So I've got a fast attack speed. Pretty good for level 7. We know where Lisa is. And we know where these two are. But where's Graves? That made me so sad. Alright. He's out of mana. He's out of health. Like, we really should have taken this recall. Maybe we take one plate and then recall. It's cannon wave. I could have maybe tried to like finish the wave and then walk out, but this is just kind of doomed. Like, Braum doesn't have ult. He's got ignite. But if he was like more full in resources, we could do something here. So that's our first death, and we've made a lot of mistakes beforehand, but this one's kind of bad because we were 2-0, and that was really helping close the CS gap. Still don't know where anyone is. Brand's there. Now with this wave all the way over here, I don't think I can safely hit it. Well, we know where these guys are. We know where this guy is. We know where this guy is. So it's actually probably not too terrible. We're down a pickaxe versus Caitlyn. So we just got to be careful and we might be able to do anything. Curiously. We're out a little bit on XP. I'll look to roam just in case something happens. We know Caitlyn's down here. She's there shoving or joining. We know where Brand is. We've got all of our ults and most of our summons. So with auto W in between, you do 187. You do way more than any Bravos. This is fine. Alright. Now with the exhaust, we got our kill. We got our hyperfixation. I'm kiting away. It's super awkward here. Okay, so we got the trap over there that we heard. So kiting in here means she just kites back. Net Q, we just eat everything because there's no way for us to dodge with exhaust in this. She just all of her skill shots are point clicks, not just her ult. All right, even trap to some extent, because our movement speed isn't really. Yeah, we lost 300 movement speed from that. It does decay, but still. So us cutting here is probably fine, but we have brand stuff. Oh, he even smited me there. that Q, if we just flash it, we live. Cause yeah, we just live. So I don't think the play was that bad. All for all, jungler mid for bot lane. Not the worst. But that's a second death. Like, we could have prevented that. Which gives the shove. So let's look at the CS gap now. This has just been getting worse because of deaths and backs. Honestly, our teammates just carry us for the rest of this. So, laning phase is done. We didn't achieve our goal. We didn't have 0 deaths. We weren't safe. We were greedy for plates, and we didn't flash that. But the bigger mistake that kind of really leaned into everything, which made some bad plays, made this level discrepancy at 14 minutes, was how I played with the wave. So that's part of it. That's what I think. I know Brahms barely made dick all with his support item. It hasn't even transformed. That's partially because we're too low, but he was just kind of eager to engage when he wasn't healthy. He did die 3 times, but that's partially our fault because of the wave control. Like, he was tanking a lot of waves. That's our fault. That's our fault. All right, so that's going to conclude it for this VOD.